What is up, everybody? It is Dick, and I'm here with my friend Alex from work. He is getting ready to LS swap his 240, which currently has what motor?
Currently it's a Shell. My one is an S13.
So he has two. One's a convertible, and then one's a hardtop.
Yep, hardtop coupe.
And then the convertible needs it's gonna get cage and LS swap. And apparently a lot of stuff is happening over here at my shop. But right here we have this nice little LS motor that we pulled out of the shed. And it's actually super dirty, but it looks like it's really clean. Let's show you how good this thing spins over. I'm excited. Look at that. Look at that. Minty fresh. Got a bunch of bronze showing through on the cam bearings just like you want. We're gonna do a Texas Speed 220, what was it? 228R?
Yeah.
228R via Michael Page. You guys already know Michael Page is that Hangman Performance, and he also has Squeeze Performance. Super badass dude. We become really good friends, and he's going to be providing the cam kit. So we're gonna do a full kit on this thing. It's just gonna be an NA build, like a LS1 intake or LS6 intake, whatever we can find. Hit me up if you got one. And then we're actually gonna do a micro squirt via EFI source. Mike at EFI source is hooking it up, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple, right? You're gonna have full race car status.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna let me drive it and everything. I think we haven't talked about that yet, but it seems totally plausible that I'm gonna be able to drift this thing around and then get drift fever and then probably build a 240. So
yeah,
this is just the beginning of this. Right now I think he's got to go home and eat some dinner, but we got the thing blown apart. Next steps, get this kit ordered so we can get this thing slammed back together. We're gonna reuse some head gaskets. We're probably gonna do oh no, you have a pan. He has a whole kit, a whole sicky kit. Tell me about this kit. Get over here.
So it's got an oil pan, it's a front sump, got a new oil pickup, and then a sway bar that's notched for the oil pan for 240. It's got a one-piece steel drive shaft from Drive Shaft Shop, and a Willwood master cylinder.
Mounts and everything too?
Yeah, billet motor mounts, transmission mount cross member. They're actually just the brackets so that you can use factory 240SX mounts.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Badass, that's easy. And then T56, which we haven't acquired yet.
Is that the one in your shed?
He's trying to steal mine, and it's not happening because we need it for Charlotte. Folks, he's trying to steal Charlotte's transmission, and I feel a little bit violated, and I don't like it. But also hit us up if you got a T56. So as for today, this is going to be it, but this is just the intro to this video where we're getting this motor together. So motor build, day one, this is as far as we got. I think we're going to leave the crank in, and then we got to go ahead and hone these cylinders out. They look like they just got a little bit of water, but the rod bearings look super mint in these things. Let's peek at those real quick. Those are sweet. So I think needless to say, as long as these cylinders clean up, it did sit and get water in it. I'm a little worried, but I think overall for an NA build and what we're gonna do, it's gonna be fine. I've definitely put a couple together that were worse off than this cylinder wise. So should be in good shape. So this motor I had bought a while ago, and this was a good runner, which they always are. And honestly, this one was a good runner, I believe him. But the problem is when you leave a good runner outside and it ends up having 1/4-inch divots in the wall from water sitting for years, it is no longer a good runner. So everything else on this thing is beautiful. I mean, it turns over beautiful. As far as the mains, I'm pretty sure that shit's all fine. It's gonna need to be probably 30 over, maybe get some 5.7 pistons in it, some Ford stuff or something. So I'm just gonna end up keeping this, and in the essence of me saying that I've sold him a good motor, I'm gonna make it right. And I talked to James, and he had this lying around. So this is another 5.3. We'll get it flipped over, but this thing is beautiful. James honed one of the cylinders just to double check, but it is beautiful. And actually the crank spins over really good in this one as well. It just needs some cleanup. So I'm gonna take this crank, this one will stay with me and go into this motor, and then we're gonna take this beautiful crank out and throw it into this motor. The other thing we also have, oh, well, of course, the heads for the motor. While we were in there, though, I always, you know, my mind thinks like, why not get new bearings? These ones aren't too bad. I would actually probably normally run them, but this isn't my motor. Alex is a friend, and he's going to beat the living shit out of this thing on the drift track. So yeah, I figured why not splurge for the $50 worth of bearings. So if you guys haven't seen these, some friends of mine that are smarter than me, I'm not going to name their names because that's kind of calling them out. But yeah, they use these. They go fast, and yeah, they're pretty good. I've used them before on 1 or 2 of the motors. It's like literally $50 on Amazon for the mains and the rods. So this is what we'll be using. I'll throw a link in the description below if you guys are looking for something like this for your LS. This is exactly what you need. So we're gonna finish cleaning up. I had cleaned up most of the rods and pistons. I just gotta finish up these 3, and then we'll get to pulling the crank out of the one on the stand. And whoops, what did we lose? Oh, just a soldier. Soldier fell over. We'll get this one taken apart, and then we'll get this one up on the stand, take it out, etc., etc., etc. Alright, so saving you some pain of watching me clean all these things. These are the last ones that I had to clean. I had already gone through the other ones. So we have the king bearings in here already. And then I, you know, just got them pretty clean. Went ahead and cleaned up all the rings. Threw some oil on the wrist pins and got the soldiers ready to party. So I kept them marked because even though this is a different block, it's the same crank. So we're going to keep these on the same journal. Hopefully that'll make everything happy. Cool, so now we're going to go ahead and grab the other 4, throw the new bearings in them, and then get the crank out of the block, get the other one up there, do all that fun shit. Let's get to it. Alright, so 2 nights ago we were working on this thing. Has it been 2 nights already? Holy shit, it has. And we're gonna hop back on Alex's motor. We pretty much need to clean it. I was gonna take it to the machine shop, but this is just easier. We're gonna use some Simple Green. People use all different kinds of things. Purple Power, oven cleaner, blah 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 blah. We're going to use Simple Green because that's pretty much what I had. So we're gonna hit it with this. It's really just kind of dirt, like dusty dirty. It's not like grimy, so I think it should clean up pretty good. It's going to get us to getting this thing assembled a lot quicker. It's about 7:05, even though it looks really dark. It's starting to, you know, the winter shit. I'm going to go ahead and crank up this pressure washer. I don't know why my neighbors don't like me. They need to understand I need to get motors done. Come on. Small fact about me, I am not great at pressure washing things. I'm gonna go change and get this thing dried off and WD-40'd. Maybe that's karma or some shit. So we dropped a bolt for the lifter tray, and hey, these things happen. But what's really nice is this little smart scope that I got off of Amazon a while back. I keep it in my toolbox. It's really nice. It's not perfect, but I just found it. I found the bolt real easily, and should be able to get it out no problem without having to take off the oil pan or anything. So it's just a cool little tip. Bam! There you go. Just a set of mechanical fingers with a magnet on the end of it. There's our bolt. Still has Loctite on it, so no need to worry, Alex. I'm a professional. Hey, don't tell Katie that I stole this Tupperware, man. Just made a little thread chaser. I don't know if you can see, this is the GoPro, so lacking in zoom or indoor focus abilities, but you can just see it. Pretty much just hit it with a little wheel on the air tool. So go through and chase the threads, make it nice and smooth, and get these head bolts started.
They got fucking lifetime warranties too. Fucking break that shit and take it back. Get another one.
You need to like write that up there or something, because we're gonna forget and you're gonna put it in the car and then
Yeah,
it's gonna fucking shoot oil.
Yeah.
Or put like a piece of tape right here, that blue tape, and then write oil plug. Keep going. You got about 4 inches. Story of my life. Right there. You pumped, man?
I'm pumped.
You didn't even get a choice to be on camera right now, but
Yeah, that's alright.
pretty much over. Nothing crazy, just helping my brother out, get a motor together. For the record, just pretty much cleaned it all up at the house. Did the old spray with the hose. It's been a while, but I think we're good now. Next chapter, what's next? What do we need?
Transmission.
Transmission,
Yeah,
T56. Them shits is hard to find. He's gonna take this thing home, and I think next, you have a cage for it?
Yeah.
And we're gonna
That you're gonna weld in there.
help him put that shit in there, and then maybe this thing will actually live. I don't know, I've worked on it, so at this point it's probably,
If it lives, you can drive it.
if it lives I can drive it. You heard the man, it's been recorded. So that's gonna do it for this one. This was kind of just like a longer video that took me a while to get together, but kind of cool. See a motor go together. I didn't go too crazy on technical stuff. I don't think much of myself as far as like technical savviness. That should make Alex feel really well about the motor. But that's it for this one. We'll see you next time. Peace.